part of his own argument, apart from the money involved, that distorts so many families, is also the fact of the logistics of it. That, look, tolling there brings perennial traffic to that environment. We should think about that too, don't you think, Honorable Commissioner?
They are very, very right, sir.
Yes.
But the LCC, Lekki Concession Company, has done a lot of things to look at this. They are now more experienced than they used to be. Number one, I can assure everybody that when they return to that road, they are not going to start tolling immediately. There's going to be a kind of test run that all of us will see. And then number two, when they start tolling, whenever there is a build-up, they open the place. They won't issue tickets anymore.
Is that a condition that has been given to them that we can test?
Yes, those are some of the tactics they are trying to employ, so that people don't just sit down there and it gets congested. And then there are better improvements now. The kind of equipment that we ensure that passage is not blocked in that place. That you spend seconds there, not a minute. But I can you tell us? Lagos is listening now. Can you tell us what kind of equipment and what the equipment would do? Because before, what you had was, if you had a card, you would stop and put your card up, and then you would move on. So this equipment that you are talking about, does it spot you a mile away and just keeps it open and you keep flowing, or what? You are right, sir. It spots you faster. That is why people will be encouraged, especially people who use that road frequently, to have this thing that can be installed in their vehicles by staff of LCC, so that as soon as they approach the toll gate, it doesn't need to close at all. It opens for them.
Okay, then, what about the odd fellow who doesn't have enough money in his account? Do you move him aside? Remember, I don't know if you pass that route. You know you are in Alausa. I don't know. I don't know about that. Remember that there's not even enough space for you to park a car aside. So I wonder if you've thought of that.
That is why we are going to have a test run. They are going to have a test run.
Okay.
So the test run will show all of these problems that we are talking about. And they are listening to you now and taking notes of all of the things that people are saying.
So do we have, sorry, I seem to be rushing you. You know, time is not my friend here.
No problem, sir.
So do we have a guarantee that, so instead of tolling, before we take a final decision on the tolling and say April 1, why don't we have a 1 week of test run of mock tolling and see what happens, so the people can decide?
I've said that, sir. That
we are going to have a week of mock testing.
Yeah, about 2 weeks
of mock testing.
Yes, so that they see how it works, so that they see all the loopholes and go back to the drawing board and work on them. And they are listening as we speak.